Hello. This is going to be a little bit of a weird video for this channel, but I received my Yamaha Venova in the mail today, and I just wanted to try this weird YouTube genre of unboxing videos. Usually anything I buy is, anything I buy that I'm excited about is either doesn't come in a box or would not be of interest to this channel. So this is a good opportunity. For those of you who don't know what the Venova is, it's advertised as a casual wind instrument. Apparently to kind of bridge the gap between the recorder and its uses as a classroom instrument and like a beginning clarinet or saxophone. I was interested in it because it does some or advertised as doing some pretty interesting things acoustically. It is a cylindrical instrument, but it apparently overblows as though it were a conical instrument, so it overblows at the octave. And it does that by having, once again, as advertised, a little branched tube. Now, before any conspiracy theories start floating around, I just want to make clear that this was not sponsored. I am probably 4 orders of magnitude too little known to be on Yamaha's radar. I ordered mine the normal way. It's actually a little bit harder to find than I expected. It was out of stock in most of the big online places, and my local music store hadn't even gotten one in stock yet. But I was able to find it at a place called Casio Interstate Music up in Wisconsin. They apparently had one sitting on the shelf. Anyway, so this is the box it came in. This is also the box it shipped in. I'll be honest, I wish it had shipped in an outside container box. You can see I wasn't able to get my shipping label off, but that's a very, very minor issue. So, let's open it up. I cut off the packing tape. Any other tape? Nope. Okay. So, we have a owner's manual with a little diagram. I don't know what all's going to be in here, but you can be assured that I will read through the whole thing later. Something that says, "For Japan residents only." Okay. And a Let's Play guide. I don't know if this, I assume this contains a fingering chart, but I don't know if it's the only place that contains the fingering chart. Now to the more interesting part. Okay. So, comes in this case. Looks like just a very small triangular case with a carrying strap and branded, of course, so that everyone knows what company made the thing we're lugging around. Carrying strap. I guess it loops around these molded handles here. Okay. And yeah. Unclick it from the side. And here we are. A cleaning swab. This is actually, that makes a lot of sense. I was about to say that the cleaning swab kind of looks like a really small bassoon boot joint swab. It has the metal chain, but that makes a lot of sense for the Venova. Here, let me go ahead and just open it up. So one of the things they've done to bring down the size of the Venova is they wrap, or they bend the tube a lot. This reduces the distance between the fingers, making it more accessible for younger players. But I'm guessing this chain helps it kind of worm its way around. Okay. So, okay, it does have a thumb hole. That's actually something I had wondered about. Here, I'm gonna switch views real quick. So the Keywork is pretty familiar looking if you play recorder. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then you have a doubled key for the third finger of the right hand for the chromatics, D and D sharp, and then a double key for the pinky, C and C sharp. I guess I haven't said before, this is in the key of C, sounding as written. So if the low C right below treble clef sounds like a low C right below treble clef. There's also a register key here. Everything I've read suggests that this is an octave key, even though it's a cylindrical bore. And once again, from what I've heard, it's able to do this because of this branched tube here that prevents the instrument from functioning as acoustically as a stopped pipe and forces it to function acoustically as an open pipe. One thing I do want to try is I have... darn. I'm going to have to look. I think I have a rubber stopper that I can use to plug that to see if we can get it to function more like a clarinet. Not that, you know, it would be in tune that way, but just to see what happens. So, we have this all came assembled. We have a mouthpiece cap. And, okay, so it does come with a reed, and it's some sort of plastic or synthetic reed. Let me take a look at it. Okay, it's Yamaha branded, and the mouthpiece looks like that. It's about soprano sax sized. Okay, and there's no cork. Instead, it uses O-rings, which is cost-effective and probably equally cost-effective and equally gets the job done. And here's a closer look at the right hand Keywork. D and D sharp, C and C sharp. Now I'm going to go ahead and I have some clarinet reeds. I'm going to go ahead and get those soaking, or get one of those soaking, because I want to try it with the synthetic and with the cane reed, because I'm still one of those weirdos that uses cane. So I'm guessing I don't have to soak this. And let's give it a try. And I actually don't know anything about the fingerings beyond the fact that it's probably somewhat similar to recorder. And it's supposed to be fully chromatic. I don't know the range that it's supposed to have. I suppose if I'd actually read the book yet, I would know, but... Okay. Sorry, once again, keep in mind you are listening to someone's very first notes on this thing, so it's probably going to sound rough, as I'm sure anyone who has never played the bassoon, pick up a bassoon, it's going to sound pretty rough. Okay, let's see if I can adjust the reed opening. I'm going to try the cane reed real quick. Okay. Soprano or B-flat clarinet reeds are just a tiny bit narrow on the lay of the mouthpiece. So I'm guessing soprano sax mouthpiece or reeds would be a better fit. Okay, so the low register is definitely going to need some time to get comfortable with, although if you play a reed instrument, you'll know that that's true of all of them. I should also clarify that I am not a terribly good single reed player. One of the things I do want to try is see if I can make a double reed adapter for this. And the bore is a little bit smaller than I was imagining from the pictures, so that should make that a good deal easier. In fact, I might just be able to make a crumhorn style reed that, if I get the right size staple, will just fit in there pretty easily. What is... Let's see. Yeah, if I removed the thread from this size staple, it would probably fit pretty darn closely. Maybe I wouldn't even need anything else other than a staple and a custom sized double reed. I'm definitely more comfortable with the cane reed. I'm interested in trying the soprano sax, but the soprano sax reed, Okay. Okay, I found the rubber stopper that fits here. Let's see what that does. Okay, okay, so it does do quite a bit. Ah, so it does, stopping this does force it to function like a more like a clarinet. I mean, you can hear that the overtones are different as well. More of that hollow clarinet sound. And the octave key becomes a 12th key, just like on a clarinet. Okay, I need to do more research into that. That's a little bit interesting. Okay, I was actually able to finally find the fingering chart in here. It's kind of obnoxiously, all the fingerings are written upside down from what I'm used to. So the thumb keys are down at the bottom, and the right hand pinky keys are at the top, but that's not a big deal. Let's see if there's anything too surprising. Okay, yeah. So I would have assumed that they would have designed it so that F was played like a saxophone. But the fingering chart does say to use a recorder-style forked fingering for that. Yeah. Sorry again for the squawks. First day. I do not think that is a negative on the instrument. That's just if you could play a woodwind instrument well, just picking it up the first day, well, there'd be a lot more woodwind players, wouldn't there? Okay. Yeah, everything else looks pretty similar to recorder. So I skipped over a very important piece of information. If you look closely at the third finger here, or not the third finger, second finger, you'll see this this black circle. I had assumed that this was just molded in, but it's actually removable. And if I had kept reading, I would have noticed that there are two different fingering charts. One with the tone hole, what do they call it? A tone hole adapter. One with the tone hole adapter in place, and another with it removed. The tone hole adapter, it works as German system. So that means F would be played 1, 2, 3, 1, assuming I could get a good sound on it. Whereas in order to play it with the forked fingering, the Baroque fingering, you remove the adapter. Yeah, and that is a much more open sound than when I tried the Baroque fingering with the tone hole adapter in place. Okay. Well, I just made it back from the store, and I picked up an actual soprano sax reed. I'm sure I have one over there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So bought a new one. You can see it's a much better fit on the mouthpiece. I actually wanted to buy a Legere to try that as well, but my local store doesn't carry them. And it does make a pretty big difference as far as especially the lower notes. And the fingering chart that came with the instrument only lists 2 octaves from the low C to the high C. But there's at least a fingering for the high D that I was able to find by fingering G and half-holing the thumb. I don't know. Let me think. Can I get a C sharp? Well, that's something. So there is probably some higher harmonic fingerings for anyone who's ready to take this thing seriously. Which I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound dismissive on that. I'm actually excited. I don't have time in my schedule to take this thing, or to take this instrument seriously, but so the overall impression I have is that I think it's very interesting. I'm interested in the effects someone who got really good with the instrument could have by plugging it. What fingerings, what pitches below the normal range of the Venova are possible by stopping it. I mean, you can go all the way down to low E flat, below treble clef. Yeah, and once again, the D is still giving me trouble. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, like I said, this little bit weirder video. But I should have more sub-contrabassoon content for you all in the coming weeks. Have a good day.